Hello, Burlington families, and welcome to the 2024-2025 Middle School and High School Technology Orientation. Throughout this orientation, you will learn all about our one-to-one iPad program, as well as some significant changes for this upcoming school year. So let's get started. My name is Jennifer Boulos. I am a digital learning coach here in the district, and I work alongside my fellow digital learning coaches, including Michelle Artizzoni, Erin Guanci, Dan Donoff, Leroy Wong, and Lauren Angelo. We are led by the Director of Technology Integration, Dennis Villano. The other side of our department consists of our IT staff. The IT department is led by Jose De Sousa. We have a senior systems administrator, John Allegretto, our systems administrator, Eric Calandrello. We have two IT technicians, Emerson Perez and Theo Goulas, as well as our administrative assistant, Fadine Satirial. Collectively, we work as a department to serve the needs of all teachers, students, and staff throughout the district. The digital learning team focuses on technology integration and educational technology in the classroom. We work extensively with faculty of all grade and subject areas to best integrate engaging and meaningful technology. We also work extensively at the elementary level in grades pre-K through 5, teaching computer science lessons. So your sons and daughters at the elementary level will be working with us. And as they're transitioning now into middle and high school, they may remember working with some of us coaches during that computer science instruction. We've worked very hard to ensure an engaging hands-on learning experience that will motivate students to continue pursuing computer science at both the middle and high school level. Our IT side of our department will ensure that devices are working properly and will fix devices when necessary or when needed. They ensure we have a very reliable and fast network. They make sure all of the phones are working, projectors and peripherals for students and teachers are working properly, and they assist with accounts and passwords. They also work very closely with our town offices here in Burlington. As I mentioned, we have a one-to-one iPad learning program here in the district, and unlike elementary school students, our middle and high school students can take those iPads home with them. That being said, the iPads are managed by our IT department, and they come equipped with security and restrictions on them. That is for the safety of all students. Students will use their BPS Google Workspace accounts at home to access resources and communicate with their teachers. They can access that account, their Google accounts, from any device anywhere in the world. Teachers set expectations on how the iPad will be used in the classroom for learning, and all students at the middle and high school level are responsible for signing the responsible use policy. The student handbook also will guide them on proper use of the device. Ultimately, the expectation is the student is caring for the iPad in the same exact way they would care for all their other school supplies. We have a BPS statement of responsibility, which all families in the district must review and familiarize themselves with that policy. This is going to be available to you as a family on the BPS website, the digital learning site, and again, inside the student handbook. Students and families in grades 6 through 12 are taking the responsibility of a $300 iPad and a $100 Logitech keyboard case. So although they should care for this device the same way they do all of their other school supplies, it's a valuable device. So we ask your partnership with ensuring our students understand how fortunate they are to have such a great device for learning, and they need to take proper care of that device because it is a $400 investment. And new this year for 24-25 is what is called the BPS iPad Care Program. What this means is that students, parents, and guardians, families are responsible for a $50 deductible upon every accidental damage incident that may occur with the iPad. So if a student realizes that their iPad has been damaged or lost, They need to notify their homeroom teacher. This is very important. That is step one. From there, the homeroom teacher is going to place a support ticket notifying the IT department of that damaged or lost iPad. The BPS IT team will then replace the damaged iPad if it is deemed accidental damage. It's very important for returning families and new families to the district to understand that BPS is no longer going to be offering an optional insurance program for iPads. So there is no need to sign up for insurance. That is not going to be offered. So that is a significant change to this year. So rather than having insurance, it is a $50 deductible all families are responsible for in the event there is accidental damage. So, what do you need to do at this point regarding that? Nothing. As you can see here, that first bullet, you do not need to do anything right now. The only time that you will need to take action is if you receive a Parent Square notification that your child has a damaged iPad. In that instance, you will then receive instructions through Parent Square once again on how to pay for that $50 deductible for the accidental iPad damage. And in that case, after that, your child will receive a replacement device. Families, you will also be notified via Parent Square if the damage is deemed to be malicious or caused by vandalism. In that instance, if the district determines that has occurred, the total loss or malicious damage charge will result in a $400 payment that the families are responsible for. So please keep this in mind. It is new this year, and it's very important, again, that we ensure our students are taking very proper care of their device. The technology support for students at the middle and high school level, the first step is always, as we've mentioned before, to communicate any issues with the homeroom teacher. The teacher is going to notify the BPS technology department if they need support. You will then pay the $50 deductible if the iPad is damaged and that damage is deemed accidental. And again, you'll be notified via Parent Square if we discover malicious damage or vandalism has occurred. As you can see here in bold caps and red underline, please do not fix or replace the iPad on your own. That is not in adherence to district policy. So please keep that in mind as well. If you have any questions regarding this new process of the iPad Care program, please reach out to our administrative assistant. The fabulous Fadine Satirial is going to be the expert for you as a family to communicate with. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to Fadine. She is our expert in our department and will be able to support you and answer any questions you may have. Her contact information is shown here. I've said this several times now, the importance of caring for the iPad. In addition to making sure no damage occurs, we ask that it comes to school fully charged. So please assist your child with reminding them to charge it every night so that when they get to school, they are ready to go. They're ready to learn. It's an essential learning tool that teachers integrate daily. So it's really critical that that device be functioning and fully charged. We encourage students not to eat or drink near the iPad because that's when the most accidental damage can occur. And again, I mentioned the importance of charging it, and that is because there are no charging stations available to students at school. And again, the other place where damage may occur is during transportation between home and school. So please emphasize to your child the importance of keeping that device protected in their backpack or however they bring their device to school. Any students with personal devices are not going to be able to access the Wi-Fi at the middle school or the high school. So again, personal devices, and that includes phones, are not going to be connected to our BPS network. That being said, if your child is an upcoming senior, they are allowed to return their school-issued iPad after October 10th. And then at that point, they can add a personal device, whether it's a laptop or another type of mobile device, but not a phone. They can add that laptop to the Wi Fi at the high school only. So, again, that's after October 10th. If your son or daughter would like to use a personal laptop for learning, they can come in and meet with the BHS help desk or the IT team, and they can be supported in terms of getting that personal device onto the school network. Your sons and daughters will continue to be using Google Workspace as they're entering middle and high school. This is our foundational suite of applications that we use for all types of learning, communication, and assessment. In terms of storage, all of your students will be having all of their projects for school, assignments, activities. Most of their work is going to be stored in Google Drive. We remind students often to make sure everything's backed up in Drive. So that includes files, pictures, videos. So that's really critical that they save their work into Google Drive. The other Google product that your children will be using extensively for learning is Google Classroom. Students in grades 6 through 12 use Classroom for all classes, courses, and subjects. It has become our foundational digital workflow for sending assignments to students and for students to turn their work in to their teachers. It allows our students to be organized. They have a Google Calendar that is connected to all of the due dates. Students can pose questions to their classmates and teachers digitally through Google Classroom. They can be exposed to collaboration opportunities. And you, as a parent or guardian, can also sign up to receive email updates on assignments that may be due in Google Classroom. And we would encourage you to do that. Your children will also be using Aspen, and this is where they can check their grades. So this is our application that we use for student information systems as well as students checking grades, as I mentioned. If your child happens to forget their Aspen password, they can email aspen@bpsk12.org and request that their Aspen password be reset. So members of our Student Information Systems Department will go ahead and assist your child with resetting their Aspen password so they can continue to stay current with checking grades. In addition to Aspen, your children will also be using a single sign-on system to access most of the applications that they will be using for school, and this is through an app called ClassLink. So we have our students log into all the applications one time. It's using their Google account username and password, and then from there, they're into a dashboard where they can access all the apps that they need for their subjects and learning opportunities. So if your child wants to work on school at home, they can log into ClassLink at home as well. There is a link here, which you can go ahead and click on that link, and this is available again to your children to use at home. So simply using their Google username and password will give them access to ClassLink and then in turn access to everything that they need to work on at home. Again, these are visuals on how exactly you will get into ClassLink from home. Once you go through the link, you're going to be prompted to this screen here where you click on Sign in with Google. Your son or daughter will enter his or her email and password, and then they will be able to get in to that dashboard. In addition to all these applications, we have Parent Square. Now, Parent Square is we're going into our second year of using this fantastic application that allows teachers and administration to communicate seamlessly with parents. This is district-wide, and it's a fantastic communication platform that we adopted last year. You will be notified about school cancellations, emergency news, important news. Your your son or daughter's teachers will be communicating with you through Parent Square as well. It is completely translatable. So any language that is being spoken here in the district can be translated into Parent Square. So please click on those links, or use the Parent Square app. I use it myself, not only as an employee here in the district, but also with my daughter's school who's outside the district. And I really love it as a parent, and as an employee. So please, make sure that you stay current with what's going on in the district by reading what comes through via Parent Square. The devices here in the district are highly managed, and we're fortunate for that because we have an excellent IT staff who makes sure that they control the iPads, and they make sure that students are safe when they're using those iPads. So the first step in ensuring that safety is that the App Store is not available for students. So all the apps that students can use are available to them and installed by a service called Mozile. This is an app that they'll see. You can see in the upper left-hand corner exactly what that icon looks like. That is on the iPad for students. When they tap on that, they will see the applications that are available in Mozile. And these are district-wide restrictions that are in place, and there's no opt-out or no ability to remove these restrictions. And again, this is for student safety. And speaking of safety, in addition to making sure that the App Store is not available, we also do internet filtering. So online activity on the iPad is filtered both at home and at school. So we make sure that no inappropriate content is available to our students. It is blocked. Students' online activities are monitored. So it's important to have a conversation with your child at home to remind them that everywhere they go, everything that they click on can be viewed by our IT department. So they do have content blocked. But again, it's important to have that conversation with our students to make sure that they are acting responsibly when they are online. We highly recommend that you check out the Common Sense Media website and look at that parent section. They'll give you all kinds of tips and tricks on how to stay current with what your children may be doing online, and to encourage them to build that positive digital footprint that they can be proud of. And there'll be no instances of having to deal with any inappropriate activities online. I've mentioned earlier our commitment to student data privacy, and this slide here shows that we are members of the Education Cooperative. This is a student data privacy alliance that the district is a part of. So what this means is any and all applications that want to be used by teachers have to go through a vetting process. We ensure that those applications do not share student data, that our students are protected. And if a company is not on that Student Data Privacy Alliance list, then the application does not get approved. And again, that is to protect our children, and we want to keep their information private and secure. That is what we're committed to here in the district. So just to reiterate the process, if your son or daughter has any issues with their iPad, it's not turning on, the screen goes blank, it's not holding a charge, there's all kinds of issues that may come up. But the first step is students need to know, they need to let their homeroom teacher know what is going on with their iPad. Sometimes it can be fixed right there on the spot. Other times, the teacher is going to reach out to the technology department. Our IT team will investigate and determine what needs to happen next. If it is damaged, the family, you folks, will be notified via Parent Square that a $50 deductible is required. At that point, once that deductible is received, your child will receive a replacement iPad. Again, all this communication will take place via Parent Square. And it's important, again, to reiterate that if the damage is deemed malicious, intentional, or vandalism has occurred, it will be a $400 charge. And I have to emphasize again that you will not Please do not attempt to fix or replace the iPad on your own. Do not bring it to the Apple Store. This is the new process and the step by step procedure for getting damaged iPads replaced or fixed. So, with that being said, I would like to thank you for spending some time with me at today's technology orientation. I hope it has been valuable information, and I'm super excited for this upcoming school year. I hope you are as well. We are going to be learning so much together, collaborating, and being engaged fully in the learning process. We are so grateful for your partnership as families with us here in the district, and we are excited for a great upcoming school year. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate your time.